Hello, this is Sunil. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create AWS S3 bucket and also ship a file from my local laptop to that bucket. So in order to do that, I'm going to use AWS CLI as my interface to communicate with Amazon Web Service. You can also create a bucket and upload a file into that bucket by using a browser. However, my user is restricted to use only a CLI. That's because the ID is set up as if like it's programmatic access. You can look one of my earlier videos in my YouTube channel on how to create a user, how to create a group, and how to grant access for the full S3 to that user. So I've already installed AWS CLI on my laptop. You can go to Amazon site and you can download AWS CLI and install on your laptop. And I would like to check what kind of version am I currently running. You can do that by typing AWS hyphen version. So it's going to tell you which version you're currently on. So I'm currently on 1.16.212, and I need to configure my AWS ID, AWS secret key, and the region, and etc. So in order to communicate with my with AWS, you need an ID and the secret key, so which I've already configured. So when you do AWS configure command, it's going to ask you this access ID and the secret key and the region name. And you can leave the default output format as is. Remember, S3 buckets are nothing to do with any geographical regions. So when you create a bucket, it's at the global. It doesn't pertain to one religion, sorry, one region. Um, so once you configure your AWS profile, you can initiate a command called AWS S3 API create hyphen bucket and then hyphen bucket and then bucket name. So let's say I wanted to name my bucket name as bucket. Let's see what will happen. Okay, it threw an error saying that my bucket already exists. Well, I haven't created any bucket so far under my account. If you want, you can check the list of buckets under your account by initiating the command AWS S3 API list hyphen buckets. You don't see any buckets under your account. So why is it says that I already have a bucket with the name bucket? So it's because your bucket name has to be unique across all other buckets that's created on AWS. You got to be really innovative to come up with the bucket name. So I'm going to name my bucket in this fashion. I'm going to name my bucket as ZAWS bucket. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Yes, my bucket name is approved, and I have successfully created a bucket. So now I'm going to copy a file that's on my laptop in the same drive, in the same location. C uses under my name, and then AWS S3. Let's say copy, and then there is a file called realestates.csv. Just a dummy CSV file downloaded from internet, and then I wanted to move that file into the bucket. So let's say S3 // ZAWS bucket // let's see what will happen. Okay, ZAWS bucket S3 hyphen hyphen. I'm sorry, I did type wrong file name. Now it should be correct. Cool, my upload is successful. You can check the same by going into your AWS Management Console and just refresh. This was the earlier page, and when I refreshed it, I have my ZAWS bucket created, and it just created now, and I could see the file inside that bucket. Thank you. We have successfully created a bucket, and we have successfully shipped a file to the bucket. Thank you for watching my video.